So I'm not really going to show you how to use it. I mean, by now you should know how to use a backpack sprayer if you've been watching my videos for any length of time. But this is a brand new flowzone sprayer called a Zephyr, Z-E-P-H-Y-R, Zephyr. And you can see it's got one setting, one pressure setting. Listen, turn the button on, that's it. On off button, that's the only thing it's got. You can't adjust pressure or nothing like that. Absolutely love this for one reason and one reason alone. You know, I've always said I'm a dedicated sprayer, a dedicated backpack sprayer for Roundup. I do not mix Roundup in backpack sprayers that I spray my turf with. Never have since day one and never will until the day I die. I'm just more peculiar than that. I don't take that risk. Yes, you can triple rinse it, put rinsing agents in it, clean it out real good, and you can use it. And I know people that's done that for years and it's completely safe, but I am such a busy dude. I just know there'll be that time that I forget to rinse it or forget to flush the line out and go out and spray the grass with some, you know, selective herbicide or something like that, and then smoke off area of turf. I don't take that risk. So I've always had a dedicated backpack sprayer specifically for Roundup. Non-selective herbicide means it doesn't have the ability to select what it wants to kill and what it don't want to kill. When you put Roundup on something, it's going to die. I don't care what it is. Well, unless it's Bermuda grass. But you know the deal with that. Flowzone has finally come out with a low pressure, single setting sprayer that I personally feel like is ideal for spraying Roundup. What makes this ideal and there are other sprayers not? Well, even on the lowest pressure setting, when you or trying out different nozzles, it's still a little too much pressure and creates mist, overspray, drift, is what we call it in lawn care world. It's drift, and you don't want drift when you're spraying Roundup. So I think this setup is ideal. I did not like the nozzles that come with it. So you know how I do when I don't like nozzles, I provide the nozzle. So you can see that right there. So if you buy this off my website, we include a T-Jet. I think it's an 80 degree. Let me look. Yep, that's a T-Jet 80 degree fan tip with a stainless steel insert. Okay, so it's going to last you years and years and years as long as you don't lose it. It does have the screw-on type nozzle cap on it, so you can change and put different fan tips in it or whatever, but I've already done all the trouble and all that for you. And like I said, we'll include that. And if you buy one, when you open this, there's a little gasket strainer thing in there, and that's where that nozzle will be. And then you'll just have to install it on the wand itself. This does have that little different style trigger. You know, you can't really unscrew that and put a different wand on it. You're pretty much stuck with this setup right here. Okay, you can't really change the gun out, or, well, man, you could go through a lot of trouble, but it ain't worth it just for a Roundup sprayer. And the way that I dial this thing back really low, like when I'm right up next to my turf, is I'll take and put this finger, my pointer finger, in between the trigger and use that as a gauge. You can slide it down just a little bit. That way I can just barely put a little pressure on the trigger right there, and I mean, it all but dribbles out of the fan tip, and that way you can get like right up next. Let's say this line is grass over here and bed over here with my weeds. You can get right up to the edge of it and not get any on your turf. Been doing it that way ever since I had this sprayer, so it can be done. Then when you get out in the open areas, obviously you can, you know, just spray it as normal. So there's the dedicated Roundup. I call it a dedicated Roundup sprayer. but it's a Flowzone Zephyr. They're on the website now. You can check them out if you want. And then here is that new herbicide I was telling you about. It comes 3 different ways. You can get a 6-pack, which is what you're looking at right there, a 6-pack. You can get a 12-pack, or you can get a case, which is an 18-pack. So it's either 1 6-pack, 2 6-packs, or 3 6-packs in the the shipment that you get. So you get to pick which one you want. Lawn care companies, obviously you're going to be better off to buy the 18-pack. Incredibly simple. This, and by the way, this is a non-selective herbicide. Okay, it's going to pretty much smoke anything you put it on. It's a alternative to Roundup. Those of you that are, shy or scared or timid, or whatever the case may be, and you just don't like Roundup, to each his own. If you don't like using it, this is an alternative to it. It's super simple to mix. You take one of those little containers. There's 6 little containers in the 6-pack. You take one container and put it in a 4-gallon backpack sprayer full of water. Shake it up and go spray. There's no measuring, none of that. You don't have to use measuring cups. You just put one of those things in one backpack sprayer that's 4 gallons and go at it. I've used it using 1 per 4 gallons. Got incredibly good results. I've also put 2 of those in 1 4-gallon, and it actually kills it quite a bit faster. But of course, you're spending double the money then. So you're going to use 1, be a little bit more patient. The kill time, I saw about 10 days back in April and May when it was cool. Now, as it has been getting hotter lately, it has been working really quick, like 3 and 4 days is what I've been seeing. The hotter, the better, or the hotter, the faster this stuff activates and works. I'm going to throw up some pictures right here on the screen of some different weeds I've sprayed. I'm going to try to wrap off a few different ones for you. Right off the top of my head, number 1 is Bermuda grass. I am unsure if it will permanently kill Bermuda grass. Totally and completely unsure, because I haven't had time enough to spray Bermuda. I've done that ball field and I sprayed all that common Bermuda, and that was where I had 2 packs mixed in. I just haven't had time to go back over to that field and check it and see what the results were. Chances of Bermuda coming back is probably very high. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. Another tough one, I have not sprayed Dallas grass with it, so I'm unfamiliar if it will kill Dallas grass permanently in 1 application. Things I have sprayed with it: nutsedge. Nutsedge is a kind of waxy leaf plant. It takes it a little bit longer to take out nutsedge. Like if you got nutsedge in your beds or something like that, or coming up in the cracks of your driveway or something, it does take a little bit longer for nutsedge. Everything else, I've sprayed crabgrass, I've sprayed goosegrass, I've sprayed oxalis, I've sprayed thistle, I've sprayed spurge with it. Spurge is lightning fast to smoke it. I've sprayed mature fescue with it. What else have I sprayed? I've sprayed dandelions with it. Now, I want to remind you, I've sprayed this in my natural areas. Do not get this herbicide and mix it in a sprayer and spray it on your grass thinking it's going to kill a weed and not kill the grass, because that ain't the case. It will fry your turf. So remember, Roundup alternative. Do not spray this on anything you don't want it to kill. Clover, yeah, I've seen some of that. Some old wild ryegrass, yeah, I've sprayed that. Gosh, what else have I sprayed? I don't know. I've sprayed a bunch of different weeds, like a tremendous amount of different weeds, all around my shop, here at the house, on site at customers' locations, and absolutely works. For years and years and years, I've mixed my Roundup for my guys, my crews, in bulk. I'll mix 300 gallons at a time, And then the guys would come in at the end of each day and fill up their backpack sprayers off that 300-gallon tank. Well, we're going to do away with that, and we're going to go strictly to this right here, and we're going to use this only. So now the guys, they just got to keep a 4-gallon pail of water, or heck, you can use the water from a customer's water spigot, and then they'll keep this little 6-pack behind their seat of their truck. And when they need some more, weed killer, they just pour one container in and go to town. So I'm really have been impressed with this product right here. It's really done a fantastic job for me, and I will continue to use it. And we do have this on the website. We'll be carrying it, and to my knowledge, I think it's kind of sort of an exclusive to me right now. So very proud of that, and very thankful to the company for trusting me, for the marketing and all that on this. But it is what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to fluff something up unless it's worth fluffing up. And this right here definitely gets a fluff for me, because it's extremely good. So I'm gonna pull up my email right here, and for those of you who are nerdy and want to know how this works, I'm going to tell you right now, exactly straight from the manufacturer. I'm going to read it off word for word, because those are questions I ask, is how it works. Okay, I also asked him, what is this safe to use around garden? Okay, let me read you this right here. Personally, I would absolutely choose this over glyphosate products around a vegetable garden, but I am cautious to provide a direct official answer. I would let the consumer draw their own conclusion based on their own research and provide factual information such as how there has been no known harm to humans when used according to the label instructions. It's a proven 30-year history, so obviously this chemical has been around for a while. As you can imagine, we have to be very insightful when utilizing specific words when describing our products for liability reasons. Very true. But our goal is to provide the most useful, environmentally friendly products and processes. While our experiences and research shows that this is the best alternative currently available, we will consistently adapt to new innovations if we believe superior, prioritizing safety foremost. So there's your answer to the garden questions. It's safe to use around your food. Me personally, this is Pete talking to you. I ain't gonna spray Roundup around anything I eat. I ain't gonna spray chemicals around anything I eat. If I'm growing it in the ground, personally, I'm not going to do it. You've seen my videos in the past when I had my garden back there, and I had my kids out there hand pulling weeds. That's the way we control the weed population when we have a garden. I don't go down that route, man. Okay, so when I asked them how it actually works in the plant, let me read this off to you word by word. The mode of action is that it inhibits glutamine synthase, which means that it works by inhibiting the plant from converting ammonia to glutamine. Accumulation of ammonia inside the plant quickly destroys plant cells and inhibits photosynthesis. Basically, it blows itself up internally. And I asked them about how long does it stay in the soil. It can have a general range between 10 to 37 days, depending on aerobic and anaerobic soil conditions, soil type, application rate, and microbial activity. Doesn't seem like it hangs around very long, which is a good thing. Like I said, it works. You can see the link in the description, and if you want to test it out yourself, just buy the little 6-pack. Get you a 6-pack, try it out for summer. If you like it, then you got something. We've invested quite a bit of money into inventory on this. We have a lot of this on hand because I personally think it's going to be a jamming product, and it's going to fly out the door so fast that you can't stand it. So, and that's what I'm hoping for it to do. I like it. I'll be using it here at the house exclusively, spraying my beds and things like that, and you know, the cracks in my driveway and all that. My crews will be using this exclusively moving forward. I think we've got like 30 gallons of that Roundup still mixed up we need to go through. Once we go through that, the guys will switch over to this, and that will be a permanent switch. Winter time, forgot to mention winter time. It's going to be slow to kill in the winter. Winter time, things grow a lot slower. You know, you just don't have the heat activity and soil temperatures and air temperatures for this stuff to be as effective. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to work super fast in the winter. So anyway, there you go. There's your new non-selective herbicide. I'm curious to keep testing it out to see how long a control we can actually get on Bermuda grass. Yeah, who knows? It might be the one thing that takes it out. You just don't know. But there it is. There's the herbicide. There's a sprayer. Links in the description. Check you later.